the little doggies. Come on, I'm gonna carry you up. Come on. Welcome, yogis. Good morning. This beautiful Tuesday morning. Beautiful as we show up for ourselves. Make sure you have maybe some wrong way. Maybe some towels rolled up to place behind your knees. We're gonna do some nice leg stretches. And if you have blocks, that's great. If you have a strap or a tie, you can always bring that as well. And I am just going to be right back. Come on. Perfect. So as we begin today, just allow yourself to drop in. Find your seat. You might rock the sit bones slightly side to side. You might roll the shoulders a few times, just kind of loosening up that mental space or that tightness that we often arrive with. And this practice allowing us to kind of shed some of that. We seem to, many of us, build up sort of anxiousness, stress, fear, anger, and it begins to penetrate us and kind of change how we walk through the world. And if we can take this practice of yoga, this practice of pausing, and taking that time each day, whether it be a class or just sitting quietly, just that pause to reconnect to stillness inside of you, and reconnect to this light that exists inside of you already. And just knowing at times, yes, this life, this world, these past months, weeks, days, hours, they affect us. They change us. But can we drop into that space of love and light? The simplicity of that, which gets lost in the complicated mind, the complicated world. Giving yourself that time to just quiet. So as we begin here today, find your seat. Notice how you feel. Notice how the energy in your body feels. The thoughts. See if you can relax into your body. Just giving yourself this time. Relax the shoulders. Relax the facial muscles, the temples, the eyebrows, the eyelids, the jaw, the cheeks, the tongue, the lips. Relax these knees, these hips, and just be. And notice your breath. Observe the breath, that soft tickle at the end of your nose. The exhale, a little bit warmer, maybe out through the nose. Just notice the sensations right there. Just connecting to yourself, connecting through this beautiful breath. And while we focus right there with that breath, can you also listen for the breath, hear the breath? You might find with this breath, there's a sound like the ocean waves flowing in, flowing out, subtle, quiet right now. Just feel the breath, listen to the breath. Notice maybe a soft vibration with this breath. And as we take this breath and move a little bit more into the pranayama of Ujjayi pranayama, there's a slight kind of narrowing into the back of the vocal cords. It creates more vibration, a little bit more sound. And just go inward as you breathe in and out. And just allow yourself to look at that part you can't see, right? This part inside of us, this light and love inside of us. Looking into the breath. And looking into this present moment, the only moment we have. As we move from that outside world, all of that external, and go inward. Beautiful. And today, just bring these hands down onto your heart center and just bow into that. Bow into yourself. Space within you. This truth within you. Feel the space up the back of the body, the shoulder blades, the neck. The breath, the rise and fall against your palms. And then slowly, as you lift your head, bring your palms together in Anjali Mudra. Sit a little bit taller, honoring again yourself, honoring the practice of yoga. taking us inward, allowing us to come back to our truth, the light, the love that's always there. We just move away from it, and we have that opportunity to come back to it over and over again. Take a nice inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. And inhale for Om. Beautiful. From here, we're going to take these arms and we're going to reach them up to the sky. So get some space into the waist, from the hips all the way up to the fingertips. And just rock a little bit side to side. Again, just exploring the body, exploring this movement, noticing how it feels in your body. Take a nice inhale, grow a little bit longer. We're going to come into a twist so that right hand crosses to the left knee and left hand comes behind you. Begin to lift out of those sit bones, open up that heart, draw the navel in, and take a little twist to the left. Breathe here. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Slowly unravel. Take the arms back up to the sky. Sit bones root. Fingertips reach. And then other side. That right hand comes behind. Inhale. Grow long. And exhale. Find that twist. Belly draws in. Navel to spine. Heart, shoulders. Beautiful. Take your breath. Soft, heart is open. One more breath. Beautiful. And then slowly sweeping these arms up to the sky. Get that nice reach again. Open up the heart, open up these arms, and then just cactus slightly, slow. Feel the space into the front of the shoulders, the muscles down the back of the body. And then inhale, grow long again. And again, exhale, open up that heart. One more like that. Inhale, grow long. And exhale, open up that heart. Love it. Take these arms long again. Palms come together and then draw them back into your heart center and just bow in. Bow into your practice today as we move slowly, as we go inward, as we find that spot inside of us. We look inside. Beautiful. Now take a little peek down. Notice what leg is in front, and we're going to switch that leg. So maybe you give the legs a little stretch in between if you need that. And then reestablish your seat, bringing the body back into Sukhasana. Sitting nice and tall again. Establish the seat. Taking these arms back up to the sky. Take that nice inhale. And again, we're going to cross this right hand over to the left knee, and the left hand comes down behind us. We're going to inhale, grow long. Navel draws in as we exhale, opening up our hearts. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And that exhale. Now staying with this, we're going to take that left arm, reach it up to the sky, lift the navel in and up, and we're going to just take a sort of cross over, a side stretch, but over that right knee. Move your head a little bit. And again. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale. Come up. Take both arms up. And come right to it. Exhale. Crossing the opposite way. Left hand to right knee. Right hand comes behind. Inhale. Navel grows. Draws in. Spine grows long. And exhale. Just softly take the space. Open up that heart. Shoulders down the back of the body. 2 more breaths. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. Now lift this right hand up. So get that nice reach and then cross it over. Reach it nice. Side angle over that left knee. Relax the head. Explore this shape. We don't need to cling. We don't need to overextend ourselves. Just drop in. 1 more breath. Beautiful. Begin to find that inhale. And as you do, unravel both arms, reach up to the sky. Stay for the exhale. And take another inhale. And then just open this heart as you move into that soft cactus. Shoulders melt down away from the ears. Bend the elbows. And then inhale, grow long again. Exhale, open up that heart. Shoulder blades drawing slightly together and down. Inhale, grow long again. Last one, exhale, open up that heart. Feels good. Take a nice reach of the arms, palms together at the top, and exhale down into your heart center. Perfect. From here, we're going to take these legs, and we're going to take that right leg. We're going to extend it out to the side, and this is where that towel or blanket comes in. I took a bath towel and just rolled it. And I'm going to place it behind my right knee just to help me not overextend. Yeah. And you can always slide a block under that left knee. We're going to grow long again. Walk the hands out in front of you. So just right in front, fingertips. You can be up on the fingertips. And just gently kind of rock a little bit. Just explore how that feels now. That shift of the shape, the shapes called asanas, these poses that we translate as to place in a special way. So connected and dropping inward through these shapes. Now from here, walk these hands over to the right, either side of that right leg. Take a nice inhale, kind of lengthen the spine, shoulders melt away, and then exhale, just wave over this right leg. Inhale, kind of wave back up, doesn't need to be big. And exhale, melt over. Again, inhale, lifting up, opening up. And exhale, melting over, pausing there. You might find you walk the fingertips out a little bit more, but let's not overdo. Let's just feel the goodness. Let the body open up softly. Beautiful. One more breath here. Love it. Now, from here, we're going to take this right hand. We're going to bring it either onto that right leg or to the inside of it. And we're going to take this left hand, bring it to the hip. Lift the spine. Open up the heart. Open the heart as you take a little bit of a twist to the left. Feel the space into the front of the body. Belly button drawing in and up. And then take this left arm, reach it up. And then over. And you might slide this right hand down. It can be whatever it is for you. And we're just going to take 2 more breaths here. Inhales and exhales. Inhale and exhale. Beautiful. Now, as we release, this top arm can come back down. And we're going to take this right leg, slide it back in. And then slowly extend that left leg out to the side. And same thing for me. I'm going to slide this nice cushion behind the knee. And as I said, you can always bring a block underneath that other knee. I love supports and props to really help us stay connected. So whatever it is for you. Take and grow a long, long spine. And then bring the hands down onto the earth. And just a gentle rock side to side. And just notice how it feels. Toes on that left foot, let them be up towards the sky, not rolling out. A little bit more intention into that leg. Beautiful. And then we're just going to kind of prance these fingertips over to the left, either side of that left leg. Shift a little bit, find that space. Take a nice inhale, lengthen your spine, and then exhale into it. Notice that stretch coming into the right hip. Just take a few breaths here. We're going to inhale, rise, and exhale, melt. Inhale again, rise. Exhale to melt. One more just like that. And that exhale, and then just pause here, taking a few breaths, softening into it. Staying connected, using the breath as a tool to keep us present. And we're going to take that left hand to the inside or the top of that left leg. And this right hand's going to come to the hip. And we're going to begin to just kind of lift up through that center line, lift the pelvic floor, and then just open that heart kind of over that right knee. Feel the space, shoulders down the back of the body. Tap into it. There's that goodness right there. And then take this right arm, sweep it up to the sky, and then begin to just softly take it over. Yeah, feel that nice stretch all along the right side of the body. You might do a yogi toe log. You might be a little bit higher. It doesn't matter. Just keep yourself connected. 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. Beautiful. This top hand begins to come down, and we begin to come back up. 1 more seated pose. As we bring the legs together here, feet together, soles of the feet together, and you might slide blocks or props underneath the knees or a little bit closer up the thigh. Sit nice and tall here. This Baddha Konasana, this bound ankle pose. And again, let the shoulders soften away from the ears. Connect those feet. Yeah, feel the toes, the balls of the feet, the heels of the feet. Take a nice inhale, grow long. And then exhale, just slide the hands down maybe towards the ankles. Take another breath, inhale, grow long. And then exhale, we're going to take the hands, the thumbs, and we're going to place them kind of on those big ball mounds of the feet. And we're going to take another breath, get a little more length into the spine. Open up these feet, like peel them open like a book. Capture your next exhale, and then melt into this. And just breathe there. Inhales and exhales. Begin to let yourself go. 1 more breath like this. And then slowly let the book close. So let the feet come back together. You might interlace the hands around the toes. You might have the hands out onto the earth in front of you. And just let yourself melt here. Head releases. Soft, gentle movement. Or maybe your breath is your movement. Feel the inhales as they just flow up your spine. The exhales flow back down. 1 more breath here. Beautiful. Draw the belly in, tuck the chin, and as you do, we're going to very slowly roll ourselves up. Take your time, keep the chin tucked in. And at the top, let the head lift up, shoulders down the back of the body. Perfect. We're going to move now. We're going to come to hands and knees. So same thing, if you want to have a blanket or a towel underneath your knees, then do. Keeping your props close by if you're using them. And from here, as we travel, hands and knees, knees underneath the hips, hands somewhat under the shoulders, right? So just kind of finding that right spot for you and really spread the fingers here. Find that length from the crown of the head to the tail of the foot. We're going to take a nice inhale, curl both toes over, lift into that cow pose. Feel the heart opening up. Beautiful. And then exhale, release the toes around the spine, tuck the chin, come into that cat. Pause there, should feel good. Inhale, come back to that cow, lift your chest, curl your toes under, lift the tail. And exhale, release the toes, tuck the chin, round into that cat. Inhale again, open up that heart. Exhale, round. Reach out of the hands into the shoulder blades. Last one, inhale, curl the toes. Exhale as you release them around. Beautiful, come back, nice neutral tabletop, and just focusing. We're going to take that right leg, reach it out behind us, kind of pushing that wall if you have one behind, or that air, push it back. Find the crown of the head, soft gaze out in front. And then option here, see if you can play with the balance and take that left arm in front. Notice where you grip. Notice where that mind gets really active, maybe even negative. Can you just breathe into this challenge? Breathe out of this challenge. 2 more breaths. You can always stumble out of it. This practice teaches us to not react so strongly to the world. And then slowly bring our hands down. We're going to take one knee to nose underneath, just slow rounding of that spine. And then taking that leg back behind us again, reaching there. We're going to cross this right leg over the left, toes curl under. Take a nice inhale, grow long, and then exhale, kind of reach around almost with that gaze as if you're going to peek at those toes and take your breath there. Little massage if you like. Beautiful, one more breath. And then from here, take that right leg, bring it back, tuck it in. Yeah, let the knees come wide and settle down into a child's pose. And here's another trick with that child's pose. You can always place a nice rolled towel or bolster behind your knees, especially if your knees bother you. Mine do sometimes. And it just sort of supports you not to go so low, but still gives you that space in child's pose to release. Let that forehead come down. Forearms can be on the mat. And just breathe through the back, the hips, the chest, the belly. Let them melt. Two more breaths here. Just stay with it. One more. And then from here, we're going to take this right arm. We're going to reach it out in front. And then we're going to walk it over to the left a little bit. Inhale, and then sit back into that right hip as you exhale. So another stretch into that right side of the body. The rib cage, the shoulders, let the head release. Feel the breath. Drop back into the goodness of this practice. Beautiful. Walk back to center. And we're going to come back up, hands and knees, tabletop. So you might release that support if you place something there. We're going to take this left leg, reach it out behind us, crown of head, heel of foot, shoulders melt away from your body. And then slow, if you like, play with the balance. Each side is different. Find that space within, that focus towards the breath. Not locking into one place, but breathing through the whole body. Two more breaths. One more breath. Beautiful. Now bring this hand down. And we're going to take one knee to nose, round the spine to the sky. And take this leg back. Nice long spine again. And then cross these left toes over the right. Curl the toes under. Get a little more length into the spine. And then reach around, kind of peeking at those toes. Breathing into that whole left side of your body. You might rock a little bit back and forth. Up to you. Breathing in, breathing out. And just letting that outside world, letting that conversation of negativity towards yourself, let it release. One more breath here. Coming back to this present moment, this here, this now. And as you bring this leg back, come and bring it down onto the earth and move back into that child's pose. Knees can come wide, toes towards each other. And again, you can slide something behind the knees if you like. And just let yourself melt here for 2 more breaths. One more breath. And then let this left hand reach a little bit longer. And then walk it over to the right. And then just let that left sit bone melt down towards your left heel. And just breathe for one more breath. It should feel really good. Come back through to center. Hands out in front. Come up, tabletop, knees underneath you. We're going to curl these toes under. And just first, we're going to just sit back, get that nice stretch into the soles of the feet. You know I love this. Kind of massage the feet a little bit. Let the head go. Forearms can be down, arms can be long. You can also sit up onto those heels, a little more intense. Manage what you're doing, why you're doing it, and just stay present. Don't judge yourself. I'm going to come down to the more moderate place. You might massage a little bit side to side. And that self-care of your body. Going inward as well to that which we cannot see, right? The breath, that goodness, that light, that love inside of us. Beautiful. Now come back up, hands out in front. We're just going to kind of roll towards that cat. And then release the toes as we come forward to a knee down plank. Heart is open. And from here, we're going to just take and melt these hips a little bit. So as you do, the chest opens up, a back bend, be really mild and connected. Heart opens. Beautiful. And then from here, bend the elbows and just lower down, slowly rolling down the front of the body. And as we lower down, take a nice inhale and find this first cobra, Bhujangasana. The heart lifts, the elbows draw towards the ribs, and exhale to release. Again, inhale, cobra pose, heart lifts, peels off the mat, and then exhale as we release. One more, lifting, peeling off the mat. We're going to exhale back, tabletop position, and here's that option. You can go back into, say, a puppy dog, toes curled under, hips a little higher, or you might reach into a downward dog. Whatever's right for you. Stay connected. Can you find wherever you are that goodness, that lovely stretch of the body, that effort to just be connected maybe? And then can you just tap into that space of gratitude, of ease for the present moment? Let your head move a little bit wherever you are, soft nod. Good. And if you're in this downward dog, very slow, bring the knees down towards the mat. We're going to take this right leg, reach it back, and then we're going to slide it through between the hands. So this is where those props come in. If you have them, if you want to use them, some blocks, or if you have books, or cans of soup, or jars of something. So placing the hands underneath you, just lean forward. Yeah, just take your time. We're not collapsing. We're lifting long in the spine. There's still a connection to the core. And let your head go here. And as you do, kind of push out of the hands, kind of almost rounding into the shoulder blades a little bit. You can push into that back foot as well. Beautiful. And then from here, take a nice inhale, lift that chest, open it up. And then exhale, navel draws in, round into the back of the body. Inhale, lift that chest, open it up. Exhale, round. Beautiful. Now here, we're going to inhale, lift, lengthen. And with the exhale, we're going to extend that right leg. Feels good. But we're going to move. Inhale, come forward. Lift the heart. And exhale, extend. Beautiful. One more like that. Inhale, coming forward, heart opens. And then exhale, slowly extend. And then in this, we're going to pause. So toes can roll up towards the sky again. Feel that right sit bone reaching back. Notice where you're gripping and where you're so separated from that inwardness of this practice. And you're still on the external. See if you can go in, listen to the breath. Be kind and soft and loving to yourself. One more breath here. Beautiful. And then slide this right foot back onto the earth. We're going to take the hands up to the top of that right knee, and we're going to lift our hearts, shoulders down the back of the body. Gaze can go slightly up, right? Just feel that space, push into that back foot, lifting the heart. Beautiful. Sweep the arms up to the sky. And then cactus, open up. Watch your balance. 2 more. Inhale, reach nice and long. Exhale, open up. 1 more. And that exhale. Love it. From here, grow long again, and then softly control. Bring the hands down to the earth or those blocks. And here's that option. Step back again, come to your downward dog, or come into your puppy dog or child's pose. So whatever it is for you, just melt into it. Right? Taking that time, taking a few breaths here. Dropping into that, again, that we cannot see, that quiet, peaceful place inside of us. Finding time each day to visit with that. Beautiful. 1 more breath wherever you are. And if you're in that dog, again, bring the knees down, or you can step that left foot forward, whatever feels right. We're all going to take that left leg, reach it if you're in that hands and knees, and then step it forward between the hands. Yeah, setting up the other side. Yeah, lean in a little bit. You might walk that back knee back slightly. Lift the chin slightly, open up the heart, roll the shoulders down the back of the body. So just explore that, feel that. And then from here, we're just going to tuck the chin, push out of the hands, round into those shoulder blades. You might feel that into that front hip. Good, take a breath. Now, from here on your next inhale, just lift the heart, send the heart forward, shoulders down the back of the body. And then exhale again, round into the back of the body. It should feel good. Inhale, lift the heart, a little bit of that movement. Exhale, push out of the hands, round into the shoulder blades. Feel some space in the front of that right hip. 1 more. Inhale, heart lifts. Lift the belly button. Exhale, tuck the chin. Beautiful. Now from here, inhale, lift the heart. And as we move, exhale, extend that left leg. And then inhale, roll forward again, opening up the heart. And exhale, round back, extend the leg. 1 more like that. Inhale, heart opens. Tap into the sweetness of the movement. Exhale as we release. Beautiful. Now pause here. Maybe you shift the blocks a little bit. Notice that left sit bone. We want it to reach back a little bit. And that right hip softly forward into neutral. And just let yourself go. Breathing in, breathing out. Notice the movement of the breath. Taking you and moving you with this pose. Beautiful. 1 more breath here. Feels so good. And then from here, that left foot is going to come down onto the earth. And we're going to take and step forward. So as we do that, lots of different ways. You can make it your own way, or lift that back knee up and step, maybe 1 big step or a few steps. And hands can be on those props or onto the earth. But we're going to take first and slide the hands up to the thighs, get some extra length into the back, and notice my legs are not straight here. I want to have a little bit of a bend into them. Take another breath, inhale, And then melt forward. Keep the legs a little softer so we can just at least start getting some space into the lower back. Let that head go. Your hands might even be on the calves or down by the ankles. You might even wrap them behind. Taking your time. Let yourself be here with the breath for this moment. Beautiful. And then from here, wherever you are, release the hands. Find that little bit more length. Hands can come shins or back to the thighs. Legs maybe a little longer. And then melt back into your forward fold. Soften the knees again, but lift the belly and root to rise, coming all the way out and up. And as you reach for the sky, palms come together and then exhale them down into your heart center. Beautiful. Take another reach. Inhale, lift up. And cactus the arms, opening up that heart as you exhale. Beautiful. Inhale, reach long. Exhale, open up that heart. Inhale again, should feel good. Exhale, opening up that heart space. Inhale, reach nice and long. Palms together. Exhale, back to your heart center. And from here, take a nice inhale, sweep the arms up, nice and long. Palms together, soften the knees. We're going to exhale, fold through our center line. Beautiful. Take a half lift, so hands to shins, maybe the thighs. Plant the hands. We're going to step this right foot back. We're going to bring that right heel down onto the earth. And we're going to reach our spines long here. And then slide the hands to the left knee and begin to lift yourself up. Take your time, let the blood move. Beautiful. And then sweep the arms out as well. Warrior one, Virabhadrasana one. So feel free to kind of shift your legs around. They don't have to be on this tightrope. The feet can be a little bit wider. And let that right hip roll forward into a nice neutral hip. Shoulders melt down the back of the body. Breathing in, breathing out. Beautiful. Take a nice inhale, grow long. And then softly just exhale once into this cactus. Beautiful. Inhale, grow long again. And we're going to shift, opening to that warrior two. So that back foot, the stance comes a little bit longer. That foot opens up, the toes open up to face forward. And just feel now this external rotation of the thighs. So we went from a closed hip of warrior one to an open hip of warrior two. Gaze out over those front fingertips. Take a breath. Beautiful. Now from here, bring that forearm down to that bent knee or that thigh. And take this top arm, reach it up and over. Beautiful. Feel that length. We found some of this shape when we were doing the beginning, seated poses, seated postures. Take your breath. One more. And then come back up, back to that warrior two. And from here, that front leg, we're going to lengthen it. As you do, I want you to kind of reach out of the earth, feel length into the hips and waist, and then bring that front hand back down onto that leg, not on the knee, maybe above the knee or inner thigh. And this top arm kind of follows the nice alignment of the shoulders. Let that heart be open, and we move into this triangle pose. Gaze might go up, or you might just keep it in that sweet spot for you. Big stretch into the whole right side of the body. One more breath. Watch your balance. Find your calm, find your ease. Beautiful. And then slowly we come back up to that warrior two. We're going to take these hands, just cartwheel them either side of that left foot. Roll to the ball of the right. And again, step forward. Maybe one big step, maybe a little step. And melt back into your forward fold. Breathing in and breathing out. And take a pause. Just allow the body to open up. Maybe again, you soften the knees a little bit. Draw yourself in. Inhales and exhales. One more breath. Beautiful. And then slide the hands to the shins or the thighs, that nice lengthening of your spine. Plant the hands. We're going to step that left foot back now. And as we do, that left heel is going to slide down into the earth. Toes open up a little bit. And then slide the hands, lengthen the spine and slide the hands to the top of that right knee. And just begin to lift up. Shoulders over hips. And just shift, find this stance. You don't need to be on a tightrope at all, as I said on the other side. And that left hip rolls into neutral. Sweep the arms up to the sky and exhale into it. Beautiful. 2 more breaths. Inhales and exhales. 1 more breath. And that exhale. Take a nice inhale for 1 cactus as you open up. Feels good. Strong legs. Inhale, grow long. And then shift as we move into that warrior 2. So that back foot, it moves a little bit longer into that stance. Toes open up slightly. And there's again a slight tuck of the tail and this external rotation of the thighs. Gaze out over those fingertips. Breathing in, breathing out. Let the legs engage a little bit. Relax the feet. And then from here, that arm, that forearm comes down to that bent knee. Yeah, and that top arm reaches up and then over. A nice side stretch here. Breathing in. You can always have the hand on the knee as well to modify it a little bit. 1 more breath here. Nice reach. And then slowly coming back up to that warrior 2. We're going to push out of the earth with that front leg. Really reach up so we're not collapsed into the hip. We're reaching out of the hips through the side body. Beautiful. Reach a little bit more forward. That front hand comes down to that leg, not on the knee, either above or to the inside. And this left arm just kind of follows as we move into this triangle. Try and keep the shoulders kind of over the hips so we're not rounding forward. We're lifting and opening that heart. 1 more breath. It's a lot. Just feel the nice space in the legs, into the hip. Beautiful. And then slowly come back up into that warrior 2. Perfect. And from here, take a breath. Inhale. And then exhale. And we're going to take these hands, cartwheel them either side of that right foot, roll to the ball of the left. But this time, bring that left knee down and slide that right knee back. You can come into child or puppy dog or a downward facing dog. Wherever you are, just allow yourself to drop in again. Taking that time in your practice. So again, child's pose, puppy dog pose, whatever it is for you. Allow yourself to be inward, to feel. 1 more breath. And then slow, bring these knees down to your mat. And we're going to bring our legs around for all of us and then make our way down onto our back. So as you do, you just might make sure some of those, if you brought in those towels or those rolled blankets or that strap, you might bring them close, my friends. And then let the soles of the feet be on the earth. Find that space, back, spine, lower back, shoulders. And just rock these knees a little bit, side to side. Feel as you move side to side. Notice how that feels in your body. Perfect. Nice. Good. And then from here, so if you have that strap, grab it or the equivalent up. We're going to draw this right knee into your chest. And wrap that strap around the ball of your foot. And then as you do, find a little length into the back of that leg, right? So the arms are long, the lower back's dropping down into the earth, and just pause there. So if you don't have a strap, you can extend that leg and just kind of hold that leg in the back with the hands, right? So it's all good. Take a few breaths. And then here again, it's just that space of relaxing into this. Revisiting the breath. Taking a pause to go inward. Beautiful, one more breath, feels good. And from here, we're going to take this strap, both pieces into that right hand. We're going to bend that right knee a little bit. Open the leg slightly out to the side. I find we often go too far, so we don't want it too far open. Let that left knee open as well, and just extend that leg a little bit out to the side. Yeah, so you get some nice energy into the inner leg, but also that navel drawing to spine, spine down to the earth. Beautiful, one more breath here. And then slow, bring this leg back through to center. We're going to extend this left leg long, and we're going to take the straps into that left hand. And same thing, bend the knee a little bit. We don't need to have it locked at first, right, at all, but at first I just want you to soften. And then begin to take this leg across your body over to the left. Take the gaze as well over to the right. And maybe that right arm can reach out, just finding that nice balance of this pose. So as you do, you're kind of beginning to push through that right leg, through that heel. Gaze over to the right. Taking 2 more breaths. 1 more breath. And then taking your time, coming back through. And as we release this strap, we're going to bend this right knee back into our chest. And this time, just give it a nice hug in. Interlacing the hands around that knee or behind the knee. Beautiful. And then bring that right foot down onto the earth. We're going to draw this left leg into our chest. Revisit your strap. And then slide that strap around the ball of that foot. And just begin to extend the legs. And same thing, the arms are long here, and the strap is an extension of the fingertips. And just kind of find your space. Try not to let the foot roll in or roll out. Let the whole sole of the foot be reaching for the sky. Take that nice exhale and just pause into this. Just let the breath, let the body, let the mind just release and go inward. Feel the breath. And again. And then very slowly, we're going to just bend that left knee a little bit, take both strap pieces into that left hand, and then just open that left leg out to the side slightly while you let that right knee open up. And then begin to take the gaze over to the right, just for balance here, or wherever it feels right, and then extend that left leg a little bit. Yeah. Feel the inner left thigh. Feel the core helping you stay balanced. 1 more breath. And then ever so slowly. We're going to bring this left leg back through to center. That right foot, right knee, come back in line. Taking the straps to that right hand. We're going to extend the right leg long. And then soften the knee again, just to kind of move into the shape as we draw that left leg across. Take the gaze to the left, let the left arm open up for that nice balance. And then maybe you extend that leg a little bit longer, but really connecting to what's going on in that body, so not forceful. And then drop in. Drop into the breath. Drop into your practice. Drop into this present moment. The only moment we have right here, right now. Beautiful, one more breath. And then slowly coming back through to center. Releasing the strap, you can place it to the side. Draw this left knee in, giving it that hug, and let this right leg follow. Beautiful. And then slide these feet down onto the earth. And this is again where those props come in. So you can either use that towel, or if you have a block, you can use that as well. Just want you to lift those hips up. Slide that prop underneath the base of the spine. It's that sacrum area. And then when you find that space, just let the hips relax down. And this is where you can stay here if you like, right? Just taking a few breaths in this supported bridge. You can also draw the knees in. Yeah, you might shimmy around like I am, finding a little bit more of that sweet spot. And then let the knees draw in. Let that lower back have a little space. Feels good just to pause. And then maybe you stay where you are, or you might just extend these legs to the sky and just allow this inversion to move the blood. Allow the mind and breath to drop, focus you and drop you inward. Just allow yourself to be here. Finding a space of calmness, of ease. And you can stay here, right? Just stay here a few more breaths, or if you're ready, you can bring your legs down. Whatever feels right. I'm going to stay just a few more breaths, just encouraging you to get that nice flow of blood through the legs back down into the heart. And again, you can always keep those legs inverted. You can always take them up against the wall and stay there taking Shavasana with the legs up the wall. Another beautiful practice of Shavasana. If you like, you can slide this support out from under your lower back. And then just gently let the legs rock slightly side to side. Should feel good. Pausing on each side. And then coming back through to center, let the legs reach long. And just find that space for you, letting the hips roll out, the knees, the ankles, the feet. Palms can turn up, Or you might bring them down onto your belly or your heart center, your rib cage. Find a soft inhale through the nose. Exhale out through the mouth. Just let yourself be, let yourself go. As we release into the space of Shavasana. Feeling all the goodness inside of you, the goodness in your heart. Taking time to just quiet yourself each day. Allowing yourself to step back from that external world and drop into that which you cannot see inside you. That truth of you, that goodness, that light. And slowly just taking yourself over to your side. Pausing there in that fetal position. And then softly lifting yourself up. Finding your seat. And just bringing these palms down onto your heart center as you bow in. Again, bow into yourself. This self-care. This pausing each day for your practice, whether it be the physical or the meditation or the stillness, whatever it is, just pause to allow yourself to go inward. See the light, see the goodness, and then go forth. Take an inhale as you lift your head, palms together. Exhale out through your mouth. And inhale for Om. Peace, 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 yogis. Namaste. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Let me know if you enjoyed it. I hope you did. And I hope you have a lovely day. And see you soon. Namaste.